Here are 3 things you probably didn't know about Rolex, and the last one might surprise you. Number 1, Rolex started in London, not in Switzerland. Back in 1905, Hans Wilsdorf and Alfred Davis set up shop in London under the name Wilsdorf and Davis. It wasn't until 3 years later when we first heard the name Rolex. When coming up with the name for the company, Wilsdorf was riding on a horse-drawn buggy on the upper deck, and he said he heard from a genie the word Rolex. I don't know what kind of drugs he was on in 1905, but So of course the name Rolex was perfect because Hans was looking for a word that was short, memorable, and looks clean on a watch dial. And it wasn't until 1919 when Rolex moved their production to Geneva and registered in 1920 under the name Montre Rolex SA. Number 2, the exhibition-only watches you see in boutique windows, these are actually for sale. Now you might already know that, but something you might not know is if the watch is set to 10:10 and 31 seconds, which is the time that all of the watches in their adverts are set to, that is a dummy watch. That is just a traveling display piece, not for sale, and there's actually nothing inside the watch. But if the watch is set to any other time, that watch is actually for sale. They're just waiting to see if you're worthy enough for their precious Rolex. You must prove yourself to us. What do you do for a living, sir? How much money do you make? Number 3, Rolex hides anti-counterfeit tech on their hang tags. If you watched our last video, every Rolex is tested and receives a superlative chronometer hang tag signifying that it passed all of the tests. If you look at this green chronometer tag under a microscope, you will actually see very, very small microscopic lettering that say trust seal. So if you look in the center of the tag here, it looks like a holographic Pokemon card. In the center there's a small tamper-proof label, but you can't actually read it without using a microscope. So as you can see here, it reads Trust Seal, which is the name of the company that makes this anti-counterfeit label for Rolex. And of course, it's just another layer of authentication that Rolex uses. This is a white retail tag, but the retailers might withhold it from you if you buy it at retail. It actually has very important information on it, and it is not meaningless. This white tag has the serial number, reference number, dial code, and box size. Now for a bonus fact, you can buy the Rolex you want when you want. With no games, no imaginary waitlists, and no exhibition-only watches, and certainly no proving yourself to a man wearing a suit just to be allocated the watch that you didn't want. At WristCheck, every Rolex you see is available to buy right now. If it's listed on WristCheck.com and found in any of our boutiques in Hong Kong, Macau, or New York, it's yours when you want it. And if you're interested in this celebration dial Rolex, send us a DM, and as always, we'll see you at WristCheck.